Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is The Legend of Korra, Season 4, Episode 3 that we're checking out today.
Yes.
If you want all of our Legend of Korra reactions, if this is the first time you're checking us out, we got a playlist in the description of this video. You can binge it. Are you ready to do this?
Ready.
Okay. You can up this on Patreon. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
A spirit led Korra to the swamp where she met Toph Bayfall.
Yes!
The key to Korra regaining her avatar mojo?
Avatar mojo?
All excited to see my coronation when all of a sudden these boulders come rolling through. And guess what pops out of them? Earthbender dames! These gals start banging.
Like out of a cake? Is this the first stripper cake?
Shouldn't you be getting ready to rule the whole nation?
It'll just be two kooky pals living the life.
Yay.
Have you received any word on the Avatar's location?
Not yet. I hope they find her soon. I'm concerned about reports I've heard regarding Kuvira's growing military. They say she's throwing some of her dissenters into prison camps.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
When Kuvira started cleaning up the Earth Kingdom, she knew her position wasn't permanent. She gave me her word that she'd step down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure.
You got a handshake deal. All right, then it's totally fine. I mean, I don't think either of them should be in charge, really.
No.
I think you only want this guy in charge because he's a puppet.
The world needs me. Get over yourself. The world doesn't need you one bit. I worked my butt off busting criminals. But did that make crime disappear? Nope. If there's one thing I learned on the beat, it's that the names change, but the street stays the same.
I thought Beifong was grumpy.
I'm the original Bayfall. I can't stand you being so pathetic and getting your butt kicked all the time. I guess I can help.
Thank you.
Oh!
Go hug a tree.
Yes, Toph. Go hug a tree.
Lynn is back!
I see you have replaced me with a new girlfriend. Well done. She seems very threatening.
She's kind of my boss.
Boss, girlfriend, same thing.
Bolin, my little brother got all important.
I mean, he was a movie star.
You remember how bad Grandma's neighborhood in Ba Sing Se was? All that's completely changed. I mean, we are really helping people.
Bolin. Idealistics.
I've been working for Wu.
Yeah, at least Bolin's accomplishing more.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, have you seen Korra yet? No. She was supposed to come in with Tonrock, but he says she left the South Pole months ago. No one knows where she is.
Mother, you must be sorry that you didn't come and help us.
I don't know if I'd call marching all over the Earth Kingdom, forcing people to bow to Kuvira, doing good.
You're going to have to get over your grudge with her.
What is that grudge?
I'm just glad that she'll be stepping down after tomorrow.
You'd prefer to be ruled by that royal idiot?
I've been living here for years. They love me.
I'm sure they do.
We've reserved the presidential suite.
See, I'm in the presidential suite.
Not anymore. I had you moved out.
Wait, what?
Ooh.
We moved you into a very nice junior suite on the 7th floor.
Something you should know about me. I always get what I want.
Yeah. You can be the face of the president, but she's gonna actually run everything.
If she even lets you be the face.
Yeah.
Where are the 7 sacred chests of exquisite finery?
Sadly, most of your servants were scattered and the royal things were looted after the queen was removed from office. So your
one way to put it.
coronation, some
Her
of the
breath was
usual
removed from her body.
items.
Yep.
We still have one of the royal jewels we can pin on you.
That's an earring.
An earring? Are you telling me that there are no dancing badger moles? No acrobat bell ringers? No horn-blowing announcery guy?
It will be a very simple, intimate, elegant ceremony.
So you'd be king but you'd be the only one that know you're king. There's no coronation with anybody. Nobody witnesses it, recognizes it.
Celebrates it.
Yep. In name only. Squirrel frog!
Tell me what you did wrong.
Well,
Everything.
I was thinking that you were gonna...
Exactly. You were thinking.
At least you're clean.
Of all the avatars I've worked with, you're by far the worst. I know that's only one other avatar.
Yeah.
It seems like you're enjoying having someone around to beat up an awful lot.
She is.
Swamp benders out here really can't take a punch.
So, what made you want to drop out and disconnect from the rest of the world?
The rest of
In
the world.
The roots and vines, they run all over the world. I can see Sue and Lynn, Zaofu and Republic City. I see everything.
Yep, she sees that.
You're blind compared to me.
Now rise, Wu of the Hu-Ting dynasty. Long may you reign.
Thank you for that incredibly brief but very moving ceremony. I am touched by the love of my devoted countrymen who have worked so hard to restore their beloved leader to the throne. One of them deserves special attention. Kuvira, rise. I'd like to present you with the Kyoshi Medal of Freedom, our nation's highest honor.
Yeah, check out her medal,
Yep.
now your medal.
I'd like to say a few words. Growing up in Zaofu with Suyin Beifong, I learned that the idea of a royal family passing a title from one generation to the next
Was bullshit.
It's taken me 3 years to get it back on track, and there's no way I will allow it to slip back into the Dark Ages.
Yep. Should have seen this coming.
And from here on out, this man has no authority.
Wait, what? But I just got the royal brooch.
I have created a new Earth Empire, and I will continue to lead it into the future myself, bringing about a new era of prosperity for my people.
Bolin.
Anyone who crosses our borders or stands in our way will be crushed.
I mean, that was kind of like an heirloom and an important piece of the Earth Kingdom history. You didn't have to trash it.
Well, it's a new Earth Kingdom, so that means nothing.
Kuvira controls the whole nation now, and Republic City is begging for the metal that we're mining. This train has left the station, and we own the track. Now that's a nice-looking hunk of spirit vine. Let's take it back to the lab and get it stabilized immediately.
You look worried, Bolin.
With good reason.
I just have some misgivings about how you kind of ambushed Tenzin and the other leaders.
I'm going to need your help now more than ever. Raiko and the other leaders want to bully us into accepting some idiot king.
I'm just not sure about this whole empire thing. It seems pretty aggressive. And what was that part about the crushing?
That was just some tough rhetoric to let people know that we mean
Sure.
conflict is the last thing I want.
Bullshit. You're not going to stop at the Earth Kingdom. You can try to conquer the world.
I believe she doesn't want conflict, though. She just wants total subjugation.
You have to step down.
I stepped up. I provide stability and equality.
What makes you so different? You're just another tyrant. And don't pretend the people put you where you are. I know what happens to cities who don't want to hand over control to you.
Then you know what's coming for Zaofu.
Ooh.
My royal brooch is a lie.
Yeah.
Let's go shopping. Get rid of him. He's with her.
He's my brother.
This is for the best.
I don't know, bro.
We've done a lot of good, and Varric is working on some new innovations. We're making history.
By crushing anyone who gets in your way?
That was just some tough rhetoric to let the people know that we mean business.
Parroting her response.
It seems like she's just a dictator who's taking the Earth Kingdom by force.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think your new best friend in there would be a better leader than Kuvira?
Well, no, but still.
You're just some glorified butler for some snotty rich bozo.
I don't want to work for your glorious emperor and her military dictatorship.
Fine. Enjoy licking the king's boots in your junior suite.
Oh, Bolin. He has drunk the Kool-Aid.
I heard it all. Insulting another man's suite? Ugh, it's beneath low. But I think I know what would cheer you up. I'll buy you a smoothie.
Smoothie.
That was terrible.
I had a great time. I never realized how much I missed tormenting the Avatar. I wish
You were tossing me around like a rag doll all day long.
I know. Imagine me in my prime. I would have destroyed you.
I just can't get back in the groove.
Probably carrying around that metal doesn't help.
What metal?
The little bits of metal poison stuck in your body.
Oh.
You really are the worst Avatar ever.
Ooh.
That's been my problem this entire time.
No, it's not just that.
You can get it out for me, right?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Smoothie.
He's not a toddler.
Yeah, but this one is.
Oh. Yeah, he is.
This is the little Bossing Say Fashion Mall, and I'm the little king here.
I'm the little king here.
We need to get you out of here.
Yeah, dude, that was not well handled at all.
Anyone that needs to go around saying, I am the little king. There's no king at all.
Yeah.
Look where we are, Mako. The Royal Palace.
The bear's still there. Oh, it's a restaurant now? It's a buffet?
It's my birthday.
You'll have another birthday next year, but I'll never have this day back again. Never.
Okay,
Yep, just a little kid.
Oh, wow.
do you really want to be the king? Kuvira might be a power-crazed dictator, but at least she spent the last few years working hard to make the Earth Kingdom somewhat better. If you were an Earth Kingdom citizen, do you think you're the kind of person you want as your king? What have you ever done for your people?
Way to go,
Good call,
Mako.
yeah.
I'm sorry, that was out of line.
No, but it was the truth.
No one ever talked to me like that before.
They should have.
Let's get you out of here and back to someplace safe.
Carry me?
If you want me to bend out this metal, you need to relax.
I am relaxed.
You don't look relaxed at all.
Your body is like a twisted tree trunk. It wouldn't hurt if you would just relax. Stop fighting me.
I'm not fighting!
Korra, you're a fighter. What you do? Relaxing really isn't your thing.
Definitely not.
All right, that's it. You're going to have to do this yourself. Clearly, you want to keep the metal in there.
Why would I want poison inside me?
Just keeps you from your avatar state.
Maybe so you have an excuse not to go back to being the Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Look
ridiculous.
at her being therapist.
When you want it out, you can bend it out. I can't deal with all your issues for you.
Wait, what am I supposed to do now?
How should I know? Ask the spirit that brought you here. If you're looking for a place to hang where no one will bother you, you pick the best swamp in the world.
Season of tough love.
Mm-hmm.
Can I count on you three to bring Korra home?
Yeah.
You can count on one of us. I don't know about these two ladies.
What is Veracatsu now?
From now on, developing this technology is your #1 priority.
This is going to change everything.
These glasses are awesome.
They
Best goggles ever.
They were something.
Well, Toph did not disappoint at all. She was just as fun and amazing as she was in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
She's so perfect for Korra right now because Korra has lived with the aura of being the Avatar for so long, and people have naturally, I don't want to say like, I guess maybe acquiesced is the right word, to like her call on certain things, her wants, her what she perceives to be her needs, which like right now she doesn't necessarily have the best sense of what her need is, because what she needs is exactly someone like Toph who honestly doesn't give a crap that she's the Avatar.
Yeah, like Tenzin was strict, but he was like, he still really cared. And like, and was really like, you know, her being the Avatar was really important. And like, yeah, he was trying to teach her like discipline. Toph's teaching her something different. Toph's just teaching her that like, basically, who gives a shit that you're the Avatar? Doesn't matter.
She's never had that lesson before.
Yeah.
And she needs it. Like,
You are nothing special.
I mean, everyone around her cares about her, loves her, rightfully so. I mean, like, the whole you are nothing special to the people in your life who care about you, of course you are. But like at the same time, you have to acknowledge the fact that like, I don't know, unless you're some kind of brilliant neurosurgeon or something, like most of us aren't special in like the big picture kind of way. She technically is because she's the Avatar, but what Toph said is right. Like, if you're not here, the world still spins. Yeah, you help, you do your bit, and you are blessed with the ability to do more than most, but still, the world still spins.
Yeah. Exactly. So Kuvira taking over and not acknowledging his authority was easy to see. I don't know how anybody else didn't see it coming. Oh, well, you know, she promised that she gave me her word that as soon as the coronation would happen, that she would step aside. Not that I think that the president is like the best judge of character to begin with. Another just brilliant call by him, though.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the handshake deal. Like, dude, come on.
Not that I think she would have like cared if it was like a written contract or anything like that. Yeah.
Definitely not. She would have shredded it. But still, like, I don't know, you would have had some kind of physical evidence.
So we got a little bit more backstory about her and Sue. So she wanted Sue to basically leave her little city that she made and go out and help the Earth Kingdom, and Sue didn't want to for her own reasons. For, you know, whether you agree with him or not, she chose not to, and so Kuvira decided to step out. And like, it's nice seeing this off the heels of Zahir, because Zahir was all about freedom and like, okay, look what it did to the Earth. That freedom did to the Earth Kingdom and tore it apart. But now we're going too much farther on the other side of control, where Kuvira is trying to like unite the kingdom, but like under her thumb and her iron fist. And yeah, and so we're going like, I don't want to say it's worse than what the Earth Queen was. Yeah, it's like the Earth Kingdom just kind of like never had a good king or anything like that.
No.
I mean, because even the guy that like was ruling it before, he was just, I don't know if he was even willfully ignorant. He was just like, but everything that was going on behind his back, he didn't know about.
Nope.
At all, and so he was willingly ignorant, I should say. He was okay with not knowing, and it's like, yeah, and so like it was easy enough to hide things from him.
Now, the subject of ignorance, Bolin just makes me so sad right now because he wanted to do good. He needs to believe that he's been doing good. He's seen a very narrow lens through which they're doing some good. But like his whole thing about just parroting what Kuvira said to like justify what she did and like her behavior, like that just shows how little he really knows. When you're parroting what somebody else dictates to you, it's because you aren't thinking for yourself or learning for yourself. And so him doing that to Mako, I was just like, oh, like, dude, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, please. Like, it just makes me so sad. But at the same time, they're doing a good job by making it happen to such a beloved character because you see, like, he wants to help. He's got such a good heart and he really thinks that they're doing this.
Yeah, he's doing it for all the right reasons. And you know, he's in it and he wants to believe he's making a difference and doing good in this world. And like, when you see all that good, it is tough to be like, oh, but to focus on that one little thing. It's like, oh, but like, you know, she's a little dictatory.
Tyrannical.
Maybe I don't like that, but look at all these good things I'm doing. And like, if I stop, you know, Bolin wants to be the hero.
He does. He really does.
And so he enjoys helping people out. And
let's just say he wants to be the hero for the right reasons, not for like arrogant and selfish reasons, but for like he genuinely wants to do good.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't even think it's one of those like the ends justify the means where I don't even think he's even at that point where it's just like, well, yeah, she's a terrible person, but like, look at all the good she's doing. And so like, I'm going to turn a blind eye to all that. I think he's just like, he's looking through rose colored glasses basically.
Yep.
And then any faults, he's just pushing to the side a little bit because if he even allowed himself to think that she was a dictator and terrible, then he wouldn't be able to continue doing this. And he likes doing it.
And you also have to acknowledge any part he may have played in helping her.
Exactly.
Even though it was willingly in terms of like never realizing it was going to get to this, like he didn't understand the end game, but there's still that knowledge, like I was a part of this. I facilitated it. It's a bitter pill to swallow. This can be a really tough, hard look in the mirror.
Yeah.
If she is what Mako and everyone else fears she is, which I think she is, but.
Interesting, the whole metal instilling Korra's body, because I'm like, at first I thought, I'm like, oh no, the metal is not going to have anything to do with it. Like, or I thought they were going to get the metal out and she was still not going to be able to do it because it was like, for me, it's all a mental block with her. But it's both. It's the mental block, but she won't let the metal get out of her body because like Toph said, okay, then she's got to actually face being the Avatar and getting hurt again, you know? And so I like the way they're doing that because you've seen it in other things, like, you know, I don't know. The first thing that comes to my mind is just like people like in relationships or whatever, like not wanting to put themselves back out there after like getting a heartbreak and keep thinking of different reasons for like, oh, why you can't go out with this person or that person, you know, like finding like faults right away. And it's like, okay, yeah, everyone's gonna have faults, but like you're just afraid to like open yourself up and share your faults and really like, you know, fall in love and be vulnerable.
We said it was like the tough love season, it feels like, because of Toph, but also Mako. Like, what a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that to his boss, something his boss so obviously needed to hear and should have been hearing for a while now, but nobody had the balls to say it. Or that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is nobody cared about him enough to say it. And Mako actually has a real human moment with this person who it feels like it would be very challenging to have that moment with because he's got so much pretense. He reminds me of like an influencer and sort of like the projecting of perfection and style and you know, he was doing the dance, like, I'm really cool and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's very difficult to see who the person truly is underneath all that. But Mako got through to that person.
It's interesting the difference between Bolin and Mako, now that you just brought that up, because like, as you were talking about Mako, I'm like, yeah, Mako has just like such a strong sense of duty and like duty for his job. And like his job is to look after this guy and like that, like he doesn't want to be doing this.
No.
He's not. And even when him and Bolin were fighting, it's not like he was defending what's his face, you know, the boy king. He was saying like, no, he's like, I don't think that guy's better. Like, you know, but it just, I know that she's not going to be better either. Like, you know, I don't want either of them. It's not like he's like, oh no, this is my guy. I got to defend my guy. And, you know, because otherwise, what am I doing here? It's like, no, what he's doing here is his job.
Yep.
His job is to look after him. And that's what, you know, he doesn't want to be doing this, but that's what he has. So he could have quit at any time. Clearly is not like, he does not want to be with this guy. He does not believe in him at all. He's not trying to like be close to him so that he can have power as well.
Right.
But
no,
then
he wants to get away from him so badly.
Yeah. So you look at Mako, and Mako's doing this out of a sense of duty. And you look at Bolin, and Bolin is like driven by a sense of purpose. Like Bolin has to have a purpose to it all. Like his purpose is doing good. And so it's not necessarily like, so it's just interesting there, the difference there. And like, I don't know, what's it better to follow, duty or purpose? And right now, like I'm more impressed with Mako. Like, man, ever since season 3, Mako just keeps getting better and better for me. And yeah, like I'm just really impressed with him and really liking him.
It's interesting as you talk about those two differences in terms of like Mako and Bolin, because it makes me think in some ways, yes, I'm going to touch on politics in a sense, because it makes me think of Bolin's kind of wrapped up in identity politics. Whereas Mako is like, he's got that duty and he's got that honesty that's so refreshing, because his like value as a person, who he is as a person, none of it is tied to the boy king.
Yeah.
But with Bolin, it's like he's kind of tied his identity as the helper, the hero, the important person to Kuvira. So if she's not what he believes her to be, or if she's not this amazing leader, then he's not.
Yeah.
You know, exactly, which is like, that's the danger. And that's why things like, I'm thinking of the US right now because we're living in it, but the US is so charged right now politically. And part of it is because of identity politics and people who can't separate their identity and who they are from the politics that they preach or follow or whatnot, because it becomes a staple of who they are as a person and their character.
So let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early access, you can get a month ahead here on YouTube. Hit the little join button, join our YouTube membership. If you want early access and full watch along reactions, then go ahead and check out Patreon. Links in the description on this video. Thanks so much for watching The Legend of Korra with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.